Yo, what's up everyone? This video is actually an idea that came from Catchdog. I'm sure some of the returning viewers I know him, so yeah, go check him out. He gave me this idea thanks to Catchdog. Also, I just want to say me, Loco, and Catchdog all have a Discord server now, so if you want to go check that out, the link will be in the description below. The Akatsuki is a group of some of the most notorious ninja in the Naruto world. They also happen to be some of the most powerful ninja. The plan of the Akatsuki in the series is to capture all of the bijou, and you can't just have any person go capture a bijou. You need a very powerful person to go do that. They go about this by pairing up the members in pairs of 2, and they're all supposed to be able to take on Jinchuriki. With that being said, I'm going to be ranking all of the pairs of the Akatsuki from weakest to strongest based on who would win in a fight against the other pairs. If you like these type of Naruto videos, then why not subscribe and help me out on my journey to 1K. Thanks for everyone who's watching. Now let's get to the video. Now in the Naruto world, none of these duos are really weak at the point that they're introduced, but there has to be a weakest in the Akatsuki, so to start off at the bottom we have Kakuzu and Hidan. Now the reason I have them so low is just because their feats compared to the other duos just don't stack up as well. Now I'll start off with Hidan first. His best feats probably come from fighting Kakashi for a few seconds, sort of just clashing with him. He's not the most talented of characters, nor does he have a lot of jutsu that would be able to contend with the other duos on this list. His best bet would probably be trying to grab some blood and do his ritual, but 99% of the characters above him are faster, and a certain puppet man doesn't really have blood, so yeah. Also, speaking of him being slow, he's the self-admitted slowest of the Akatsuki. Although at the time he said that, Sasori was actually dead, so yeah, there's actually a chance that he is faster than Sasori. And I think feats would also implicate that as well. His AP really isn't good either, nor his IQ. He's really just a hacks-based fighter, and he relies on people not knowing his ritual or how it works. He's really around Asuma's tier, and even Shikamaru can react to them. Now moving on to Kakuzu, his partner, he is better than Hidan by a decent amount. He's able to fight against Kakashi on even ground, even overwhelming him at points, while Hidan only really clashes with Kakashi because of his fatigue, as he states exactly after they have their scuffle. He has his diamond armor, which he states no physical attacks can penetrate, although with lightning style it is possible to get through, as we see Kakashi do it right after he states that. He also has some pretty good physical strength, blocking an attack from a bijou with his hands. He's more of a mid to long range fighter though because of his mass, which can take physical shape, and they all have their own chakra natures. Now they all sort of are relative, I'd say. Kakashi is able to intercept their attacks. Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji were able to react to them at a point. As far as Kakuzu's IQ, I'd say it's better than Hidan's, but still not very high in the verse, as he still gets outsmarted in battle by Naruto. Now coming in at third place, we have Sasori and Deidara. Some of you might be surprised by this placement, but just let me explain myself. Now Deidara, I have to say, hard carries in a fight against Kakuzu and Hidan. He's a long-range fighter who can fly, which is perfect in a fight with Hidan and Kakuzu. He has bombs, C1, C2, C3, C4, and even C0, but I don't think it'll ever get to that point. C1 would be an annoyance for the immortal duo, but it probably won't do any lethal damage. The C2 dragon, he can keep at a distance and just send it basically like guided missiles towards them, as we see him do versus Sasuke. Now C3 and C4 will be a huge problem for the duo. Hidan is probably going to get absolutely torn apart and unable to fight, while Kakuzu and his mask would probably get destroyed. C4 attacks on a cellular level, as we know Kakuzu is bad against cellular level attacks, as we see when Naruto fights him with the Rasen Shuriken. We also know that Kakuzu in fact does have blood, in case some of you are wondering, as we see when Kakashi Chidoris him and there's clear blood on Kakashi's hand right after. This is something to know, as C4 is supposed to enter the target's bloodstream. C3 would have destroyed the same village if Guard didn't protect it, which is absolutely crazy. That type of explosion would definitely take care of Kakuzu and Hidan. Now in character, Deidara sort of levels up his explosives when he's fighting someone, really depending on how mad he is and how big the threat is. Also, it is in character for Deidara to sort of just like go up in the air and keep a distance whenever he's fighting people. As for Sasori, in short, I don't really think he's that strong. I think a lot of you might disagree with me, but he doesn't have the best feats whenever he's alive at all, or really in Edo either. He gets reacted to by Sakura, yes Sakura, at the beginning of Shippuden, who at that point was also getting blitzed by base Sasuke. And he also gets reacted to by Chiyo, who base Naruto at the beginning of Shippuden was able to like intercept and sort of match her in her speed. So yeah, Sasori just has a lot of anti-feats going against him. But with that being said, I think he might stack up decently against Hidan. He has his Hiriko shell, which would make it hard for Hidan to get any blood from him. And now that I'm thinking about it, Sasori doesn't really have blood anywhere but in his core. He's really just a puppet that's mostly hollow, and I'm not sure how Hidan would do really much against him, since Hidan's attacks really are just blood based. Also, Sasori has his 100 puppets in the Iron Sand with the 3rd Kazekage puppet. In my opinion, this fight goes in the hands of the artsy duo, so that's why they are 3rd. Moving on to 2nd, we have Pain and Konan. I think we all know how powerful Pain is. The 6 paths of Pain were able to solo the Leaf Village, kill Jiraiya, kill Kakashi, and beat Sage Naruto. Tendo himself is like the head of the snake with his Shinra Tenseis and his Chibaku Tensei, both being the 2 most powerful jutsus at his disposal. All the paths have linked divisions with the Rinnegan. One path has animal summons, one path can revive the other Pains, the Ashura path is a robot that's pretty powerful, so on and so forth. It took Kurama 8 out of his 9 tails to be able to break out of the Chibaku Tensei, which is absolutely crazy. Pain is the leader of the Akatsuki for a reason, and if he was at full power, I think this ranking could be different, but every time we've seen him, he just wasn't at full power. As far as with this teammate Konan, she's no slouch either. She has good IQ, figuring out a way to deal with Kamui. She can fly, which would help in a fight against Deidara, as well as being able to fight against Jiraiya. Now, I don't think I have to explain why they beat Hidan and Kakuzu. No, Kakuzu does not beat Pain. I know some people think that, but let's just get that out of the way. Pain has his Chibaku Tensei and his Shinra Tensei that can not only obliterate the leaf, but knock back Bijou-sized toads, as well as being insanely fast, and also having Konan as a teammate whose paper bombs can be pretty lethal, and she's also no joke. Now, they would beat Deidara and Sasori pretty easily. Pain could just hard counter Deidara with Shinra Tensei and the other paths like the one that could absorb Jutsu. Tendo being massively faster than really anyone in that fight is also a hard counter as well. So with that being said, Pain and Konan take the silver medal as the 2nd strongest Akatsuki duo. Now at number 1, we have Itachi and Kisame. They're both individually some of the strongest people in the Naruto world pre-war arc. Kisame has some insane feats himself, beating B in a 1v1 all the way up until A comes in to help him, as well as being relative to a 7th gate guy. He clashes his shark bomb with the Hirudora. It's crazy how powerful he is, only ever losing to 7th gate guy, who we all know is insanely powerful at that point. He has Samehade with him, which can absorb a ton of chakra, as well as being able to react to a bee who soon after in the war was around KCM1 Naruto level in speed. His physical stats are really great, and I think they're really underrated by the community, as well as his ability to just get more powerful as he fights by absorbing the enemy's chakra. And by his side, he has a very good partner in Itachi, who is definitely no slouch. We all know his arsenal of the Susanoo, the Yadamir, the Totsuka Blade, his Tsukuyomi, his Amaterasu, and his insane IQ. You can definitely pick apart how the pains work, and that would be really helpful to Kisame as they're fighting. In a fight against Pain and Konan, I think it would be really helpful to have Kisame there for Itachi, since Kisame would be able to fight the stronger paths of Pain, while Itachi wouldn't have to waste his Mangekyo abilities fighting against Tendo. Now Itachi could just be feeding Kisame information as Kisame is fighting, against Tendo or Ashura, or any of the physically stronger paths of pains. That would allow for Itachi to break down the pain's abilities and also get rid of the weaker paths of pains, as well as Konan. Kisame would definitely be able to take out any path of pain pretty easily that isn't Tendo. Konan might end up being a minus to the pains because Kisame has a chance to just take all of her chakra so he could be amped. Kisame has that big water ball jutsu that he did against B, which could definitely trap all of the pains and Konan in the water. Now Tendo might be able to get out by pushing it away with Shinra Tensei, or using the absorbing path might be able to absorb the water, but the others would definitely be trapped. And now, while I don't think that Itachi could beat Pain alone, with Kisame there, it is definitely possible. And with that being said, in my opinion, Kisame and Itachi are the strongest duo in the Akatsuki. If you guys made it this far, then please subscribe. I post content like this weekly. Leave a comment, like, all that good stuff, and have an amazing day. Peace.